People, what up? What's good? It's your boy 218s, man. I got some exciting news for y'all, man. We got an exciting topic to talk about today. The series drops, Marvel Snap series drops, scheduled for March, man. So this announcement literally just came out a few minutes ago as I'm recording this, right? And so, as you can see, man, we got the March 4th, 2025 series drop scheduled, right? And we have 25 cards, man. So about 12 dropping down from 5 to 4 and then 4 to 3. We just gonna be talking about each of these, man. I'm gonna give you guys my opinion. Make sure you guys hit that like button, comment, and subscribe, man. I'm on the road to 4K subs, and let's get it, right? So like I said, starting off with the number of series drops. So we got 25 in the past. So about a year ago in August or in June, I'm pretty sure we only got 13, and then last winter we got 12. So this is about double, the size of what they usually do, and I like that. They're releasing so many cards. I just felt like a 12 at a time, a 13 at a time series drop, every 6 months was not gonna do it. So this basically is accounting for a year's worth of series drops if we look at how they previously did it, right? So I like this a lot, man. Obviously, there's plenty of cards, about 5 to 7 cards, being released every single month. So, if they're going to continue the schedule of how they do it, like twice a year, doubling the size, I'm really a big fan of that. But another thing to take note of, you guys, it says, while these series drops may help many players along their journey, it's not intended to fix the core issues we've all feeling around the card acquisition. The team remains focused on a larger, long-term solution. We look forward to sharing more on that in the future. So, yeah, keep in mind of that, you guys. Although this is a lot bigger, double the size of a series drop that they've done in the past, this is not how it's going to be, right? And so let's just go ahead and take a look at some of the cards that actually drop. I'm gonna give you guys my opinion. We might as well start with the 5 to 4, right? So if I could be honest, right, before just glancing at a lot of these cards, a lot of them are irrelevant cards. If I could be honest with you guys, Loki is irrelevant outside of an Arsham deck. Blob is irrelevant outside of an Arsham deck. Elsa Bloodstone is Galacta Junior, so she ain't hitting. You know what I mean? Black Knight is very niche amongst discard decks. And then Cole Obsidian, he has his uses, but a lot of these cards are harder to use, right? It kind of makes sense that they would drop the weaker cards. But then again, you got Sebastian, who I feel is a great card. Scar, obviously, on all the Surtur stuff. I really like Miss Marvel. Werewolf by Night, although he's not really used like that, I feel like this card is pretty great. And then obviously Corvus, Cannonball, and Annihilus is a fantastic card, right? So I feel like it's a decent mixture of decent slash trash cards. If I could share how I feel about these series 4s, I feel like Cannonball at a 3,000 token cost, Annihilus at a 3,000 token cost, Corvus. That as soon as I see them in the shop, or as soon as I see Cannonball in the shop, I'm getting them. I have a lot of these guys. I'm only missing about Black Knight, Cannonball, and that's pretty much it amongst the series 4. But as soon as I see them, I'm getting them. And we also have to mention, you guys, it's a lot easier to get series 4s now because of the change that they made to getting duplicates in the cash system, right? We know that it went from, if you get a duplicate, whatever the card is, you go from getting the 1,000 tokens to the 2,000 tokens, right? So it's a lot more, they're obtainable now. It's not like the difference between a series 4 and a series 5 doesn't matter anymore, because now you can actually afford a series 4 card in a decent slash reasonable amount of time, man. And that's probably about my opinion on the series 4. We're gonna talk about the 3s in a second. And so I guess I could say I like it, man. Y'all know I'm not I feel like I give fair criticism of the game, man. I complain when I need to complain. I give the devs props. You know what I'm saying? When I feel like they deserve to get props. So I like this, y'all. Let me know what y'all think of our new lineup of series 4s, man. Definitely gonna have to make a Cannonball video, Black Knight video soon when I get them. But this is probably the biggest deal right here. So we got 12 to 4, 13 to series 3, man. I also feel pretty much the same way about the mixture of the cards that they drop. You know, about half of them are, you know, I guess irrelevant for a lack of a better term, and then half of them are good, right? Like, we look at this whole row, these are all essential cards in decks, bro. Like, I feel every destroyed player is now going to be able to complete their destroyed deck, guaranteed, because now you have that missing piece in Null, Death, and Arnim Zola are all series 3. You can now get every last one of them, right? On top of that, man, you're able to you know, get this series 3 Nimrod if you weren't able to pull him. And so you can even go that you know, that Atuma route. I feel like a lot of people forgot that they actually changed Atuma, and he fits a lot better on destroy decks. So now you're able to do that, you know, that Nimrod stuff, right? Zabu, who, I mean, every 4-cost card you know, is benefited by Zabu, man. And I feel like I see Zabu and Psylocke on a lot of decks now, and so it's just gonna, I feel like this is great, y'all. Like, these first 4 right here, obviously y'all know MODOK is very essential in a lot of discard decks, man. I really like this right here, right? I'm, like I said, man, I already have most of the cards, like, from this series drop. I mean, I'm gonna be getting these last 3, right? I'm gonna be getting these last 3 from the caches, man. But, you know, I'm really a big fan of this, right? Ghost Spider, you know, in your interest in move decks, Phoenix Force, right? Nebula is one of the strongest 1-cost cards in the game. You know, Silk is pretty, I mean, you don't really see Silk like that, but even then, you know, a 2/5, you know, to get like a free Miles Morales or a 1-cost Miles Morales out, I feel like she could be used a lot more in move decks, especially, you know, people who don't have access to some of the series 5 cards like Madam Web, you know, like Scream and stuff, for example. You can now throw Silk on your move decks, and I feel like she, you know, opens up doors in that. Spider-Ham, pretty decent. Lady Deathstrike, I'm not a fan of, y'all know that. Mobius, everybody now has a counter to Mr. Negative, right? You don't gotta worry about spinning keys on him. And I feel like Mobius is always just good as like a, I mean, he's a tech card, right? So you don't even have to target a Mr. Negative deck. You can just throw him in whatever and put in work. And in these last 3, like I said, man, I'm not really a fan of these, nor do I have them, but now I'm about to get them for free, man. So about half of the cards I really like. Half of the cards, you know, it's kind of meh. And then I mean, it's the same thing for the you know, the series 4 cards. Half of these are really good, half of these are you know, you could do without. But another thing that I want to talk about in this video, you guys, before we go ahead and wrap up, is that new game mode, right? So if I could actually find the new game mode that's going to be dropping, Sanctum Showdown, which is going to be dropping next week, man. Not only are, you know, we getting series drops next month, but they're also opening up new ways for us to acquire cards, right? So as y'all can see, man, I mean, we got Uncle Ben, Gorgon, and then I guess Laufey is, I don't know how you say his name, but I like this, man, giving every player access to 25 more cards, giving us more ways to obtain cards, and also, right, you know, that they're not done with card acquisition. We got game mode ways to obtain cards. We got better series drops coming, you know. So and then we have whatever this change is going to be, right? And who's to say that they won't, you know, improve the cash system again, right? Because we just got the rates for pulling series 3 cards increased in there, and like I mentioned earlier, we have the you know, they basically doubled the amount of collector's tokens that you get from getting duplicates, man. So I mean, I'm really excited about the I guess the state of the game right now. I feel like it's in a lot better spot than it was as opposed to last year. in every aspect, as far as like balance. I feel like the game is pretty balanced right now. Card acquisition is a lot better than it was last year. We got new game modes coming out, y'all. We got more card acquisition changes. So I think it's a good time to be a Marvel Snap fan, right? But that's pretty much all I got to say, man. What y'all think of the series drops? Let me go ahead and get to that tab so y'all can see it one more time. What y'all think of the series drops? You happy with it? You upset about it? Think it means a lot for the game? You think it's good? Think it's bad? Let me know in the comments, man. And as always, y'all be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the road to 4K subs. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.